All right, guys, good morning. Good morning. Welcome to our morning note. It is Tuesday, June 15th, 2021. My name is Carlos Garcia, founder and CEO of G.A.R Capital. Thanks for joining me this morning. Let's go ahead and talk market, shall we? Before we begin, make sure to click bottom right-hand corner of the screen, little white logo there. Click on that, subscribe to our channel, turn on notifications, like our videos. As always, we really do appreciate it. Let's go ahead and get started. Dow futures up 4 points. NASDAQ futures down 4 points after an all-time high yesterday. S&P futures are above all-time highs from yesterday as well. Russell 2000 are up 0.11%. Crude futures up 1%. Again, we've been talking about energy as always. Again, energy is going to be beholden of OPEC. So as long as they control the supply and we have demand for oil, more people are driving, more people are flying. Crude is still long. Gold futures up 0.06%, silver futures up down 1%. The euro dollar down 7 pips, 121.12, and the dollar yen is up 1 pip at 110.09 for my forex people. The dollar index right now is up 0.09% at 90.60. The VIX is up 1.34%. We did have some news today. We had some retail sales. We had PPI, which is Producer Price Index, inflationary data. We'll go over that here in a second. But as for right now, the reaction is pretty muted. We were a lot higher overnight, right around 2 in the morning. So Asia bought it up again right as we get into the Europe session. That's usually what's been happening. Asian market overnight tends to buy up the futures contracts or buy up the stocks, and then the European market sells it. It's funny how that works. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at that data together. I went ahead and posted it on Instagram for you, so feel free to take a look at that. Let me go ahead and read it to you. Okay. PPI final demand 0.8%, estimate of 0.5%. The previous month was 0.6%. So about 20 basis points to the upside, higher than expected. PPI excluding food and energy month over month 0.7%. Estimate was 0.5%. Previous was 0.7%. So no change month over month, excluding food and energy. U.S. retail sales, excluding auto, gas, down 0.8%. The estimate was going to be flat. The previous was up 0.1%. The previous was 0.08%. So it was revised up, green. U.S. retail sales control group down 0.7%. Estimate was down 0.5%. The previous revision is down 0.4%. The previous number without revisions was down 1.5%. U.S. retail sales advance month over month. May down 1.3%. Estimate was down 0.7%. Previous revision was up 0.9%. Previous regular number was flat. So we actually had a higher revision on retail sales. I think that's why you're seeing the market starting to bounce a little bit. Retail sales didn't beat the flash number that came out. Remember, flash number is the initial number, and then the Department of Commerce does a revision. So the revision was to the upside for retail sales, for excluding auto and everything like that. So this is excluding auto. I just went over the sales advance total. Excluding auto month over month, down 0.7%. Estimated was to be up 0.4%. The revision is flat. The previous number was minus 0.08%. So we had positive revisions for last month on the retail sales. We also got Red Book sales year over year up 16.4%, month over month 15.4%. So let me go ahead and see if I can get this. The Red Book sales is a sales weighted year over year same store sales growth and sample of large general U.S. merchandise representing about 9,000 stores. A higher than expected number should be taken to the positive USD while a lower number is negative. So again, Red Book sales were green. If I can get that number, I just had it. Let me go ahead and retweet it for you. So again, this is probably one of the better indicators of retail sales between department stores, for example. So again, year over year, up 16.4%. Month over month sales, 15.4% to the upside. So Again, a lot of things in play here, but again, the most important thing is price action. What's the market's reaction to this stuff? And you could see E-mini futures, the broader market is green. NASDAQ is slightly red after a big bump yesterday to all-time highs. Again, nothing has really changed in our view. We're still long gold, still long tech. So that's where we are with the news. Let's go ahead and take a look here at some pre-market movers. Let me go ahead and move this over. Pre-market movers, AMC up 3.42%. That's pretty much the only name I know what they are here. On the Dow, Apple is down 0.4% after a big boost yesterday. Microsoft just went green. Boeing is green with the European Union and the United States already kind of ending that Airbus, Boeing kind of deal, conflict, meaning that we're not going to buy planes from you, you're not going to buy planes from us, sort of thing. JP Morgan down 0.11%. Again, we talked about the financials. As rates go down, we're liking to go short financials, short materials, and short industrials. What are materials? Again, 3M, for example. For industrials, John Deere, Boeing, for example. I don't have a short on Boeing or anything. And Caterpillar. Those kind of names are going to be the ones that are looking right for a short as we start getting a rotation back into tech. In the S&P, Freeport-McMoRan, which is a copper manufacturer, is down 3.24%. ExxonMobil Energy is up 0.63%. American Airlines up 0.30%. Norwegian Cruise Line is offering some bonds, some convertible notes. They're up 0.5% pre-market. Let's take a look at the broader market as well. I want to take a look at bonds. Bonds right now, 10-year yield is up not even 3 basis points, like about 3 basis points at 1.504. That's where we are. So again, kind of hovering around 1.50 for the most part. Let's take a look at crypto as well. Bitcoin is at 40,239. Ethereum 2587. Cardano 15798. Dogecoin at 32 cents. XRP 87 cents currently. So again, looking at crypto on the hourly chart, nice break above 39,387. You can see that now we're just consolidating above the recent 1 hour resistance. So it looks like it's a little bit of consolidation. On the 4-hour chart, as we expand here, again, kind of holding on to that resistance here. You can see kind of that ceiling of around 41,000 so far. And if we look at the daily to really get out of this little snide or this sell-off that we had, the 200-day moving average is 42,525. Really, number I'm looking for is that 50-day, which is around 44,000. Once we break 44,000, it's basically a mute point, and we may have survived the sell-off. All right, so now we got that going. We got the pre-market movers. NASDAQ coming down slightly, a little bit, down 12 points now. The NASDAQ's up about 19. Boeing kind of helping out. Let's answer some questions here, and then I can get to our YouTube premium channel. So we're going to do some live trading today. Good morning. What makes you expect a pop in Roku this week? Well, Roku had strong numbers, had strong day yesterday. It is down about $1 pre-market. You could see if we go and bring up the daily, really that 100-day moving average, we broke above it. The next expectation is 377.58. Once we break that, 400 is in play. Again, I am long Roku. It's a growth name. Growth stocks tend to do better on a lower rate environment. But again, little red candle here pre-market. Let's see what we get. Morning, Carlos. Can you talk about the impact of retail data? Yep, I just talked about the retail data. Again, the revisions are a really good sign. Again, we know 70% of the economy is consumer spending. So again, we need people out spending again. A little bit of a, I guess you can say, kind of a visual thing that I saw. I went to the outlet malls in Orlando, and I went to the Nike outlet, which is one of my favorite stores. I love Nike. And it was packed to the brim. A lot of people are out shopping, which is nice to see. So again, little anecdotal evidence that people are out shopping. Again, it could be just people walking around, but it was nice to see that everything is reopening and people are out shopping. That's a really good sign. But again, anecdotal data doesn't mean that, oh, I have some kind of magnifying glass on exactly what the numbers are. Okay, DKNG, yeah. So the DKNG report, they are short it. So again, looking at it here, you can see pre-market, it is down. I'm looking here at the daily and see what we could do. So we're at 45.97. Really, my buy point to add more is 35.32. So again, I love this stock long term. Again, it's one of those names. Again, it's a vice name, just like cannabis. It's a gambling name. Again, they are short. So again, those kind of reports that people are short or what have you. Tesla's seen this many times. Many companies have seen this many times. Nothing really new, but again, you could see that now you're going to be testing this low here around maybe 39. But 35, I'm a buyer. Again, I love the stock long term. I own it, and someone being short doesn't really change my perception of the company. Will Nvidia continue to run before it split? Remember the last time a big company reported a split, the last two were Tesla and Apple, and they ran up until they split. And when they split, they fell. So again, when they do split, expect an opportunity to possibly buy Nvidia on cheaper here. I would not buy up at these levels, not because I don't like the company, but because I want to see the price action after the split. Again, it's a complete run up. Love the name, up nicely. I'm up nearly 101% on the stock since I've owned it, and bought dips with the investment club. But again, I'm just holding on here. Nothing has really changed. Good morning. Are you expecting a pullback in the end of the month as the market as a whole, including beatdown tech before rotation goes back to tech? Yeah, Carmen. So seasonality-wise, I'm expecting right after the 18th, as we start getting to quad witching, as we start getting into rebalancing in the portfolios for a lot of funds and retail, well, mostly funds, not retail investors. I do think that toward the end of the month of June, as we get toward the end of the quarter, end of the second quarter, we're going to get a little bit of a pullback, possibly get back to, on E-mini futures, maybe back to around 4,200, I would say. That seems be around good support, maybe 4,190. Again, a little bit of a pullback. I would not be a buyer yet. After the 18th, I would not be long. If anything, obviously price action will dictate everything. If anything, I'll probably look for some put opportunity until the end of the month, and then July comes around. July is generally a stronger month as we get into August and September, and I do believe tech will start beginning that leg up as we get rotated out and interest rates stay low. We do have the Fed tomorrow, but again, I don't expect rates to rise. Again, there's a lot of talk of tapering. A lot of the hawkish members that are talking about tapering, some of them are not even voting members of the FOMC. Remember, there's a lot of Fed governors that don't vote. So again, kind of keep that with a grain of salt. When you hear someone talking, make sure they're a voter. Like a Clarida is a voter, but that's a dove. So again, you have hawks and you have doves. Doves meaning they want to keep low rates. Hawks are more of the raising interest rates to curb inflation. So again, I don't believe the Fed is going to do anything tomorrow. I mean, maybe possibly concerns of inflation may be there, but any talk of tapering, they've already said that they're not going to even thinking about talking of tapering or even thinking about raising rates. So again, if I had to target a time where they possibly raise rates, it's next year, 2022, if that. But more than likely, I would say a 70% chance 2023. I would say a 30% chance 2022. But 2021 is off the table. I highly doubt they raise rates then. Again, their main thing is unemployment. They want employment numbers to be better. They want unemployment down. And it's slowly creeping down, but we're not at that point. We're still around 6.7% unemployment. Good morning, Sajan. What do you think of Tesla? Love Tesla long term. Again, I still own it. Nothing has changed for me. They are pretty much flat. I took a trade on them yesterday that I had over the weekend. Caught that. Again, the big level next is 635.98. If that breaks 652 on the daily is your 100-day, then I would target 700. So right around 635.98, I might take a flyer on some 700 calls with that breakout to ride that tech move. Remember, Tesla is tech, but it's really part of consumer discretionary. And consumer discretionary and tech are big parts of the S&P. So again, if you're starting to see the S&P kind of creep up higher, more than likely it's part of that. Let's see, Nike levels to watch. Nike is not a growth name by any stretch of the imagination. The price action has been pretty muted. Again, I don't like trading Nike unless I see some unusual options activity. But 135.80 was the 100-day moving average on the daily. It is below the 200. So right here may be a nice place to buy some as you're starting to get people buying again. I'm going to go and place an alert probably right around here. Now let's see if I can place it right below 130. Maybe at 130, I'd be a buyer. So let's go ahead and place an alert at 129.96. Again, I'm a shareholder of Nike. I love Nike, so I would go ahead and buy some more right below 130. Mara to join the Russell 2000, June 20, we're looking to calls. Again, we also have Blink that are adding to the Russell. Mara is basically beholden to Bitcoin. If you're bullish on Bitcoin, then you're bullish Mara. I don't own any of these kind of proxy Bitcoin names. The only one I do own is Coinbase, since it's the broker, my broker for crypto that I use. So again, I like to invest in stuff that I use personally. I don't like Mara. I don't like Riot as an investment. Again, they can definitely shoot up with Bitcoin. Obviously, Bitcoin does soar, and I'm bullish, but I'd rather just trade it if anything. Let's see what we get. But it did reject that 100-day moving average on the daily. What are your expectations for the Fed meeting? Do you expect to sell off in tech stocks? I don't. The expectation is nothing to report. They're just probably going to throw a line or two about inflation is something that they're looking at. I mean, you know how vague they can be, but I don't think any action will be taken. No. What are your? Oh, can you look at the shop chart? Yeah, let's go to shop chart on the daily. Shop is a fine company. I believe I sold my Shopify because I'd rather be an Amazon. Again, nothing against Shopify. I think Shopify is a great company. I don't own it anymore, but again, if you do want to own it, I think here is a great price to get into it. You do have a gap to fill right around $13.59, so probably a good opportunity to probably get another $50 a share as it fills that gap. Can you please chart review CRM? Sure. This is Salesforce.com. Great company. A break of 250.44 will get us out of that descending triangle. If that does happen, I'd probably be a call buyer to 260 to 270. And I think CRM is too good of a company. It's a Dow component to be held on that long. Their margins are great. They're a great cloud company. One of the best, but not the best. The two best ones are Amazon and Microsoft, were the two I own. I own CRM through SPY-G, which is the ETF I own. One of my favorite ETFs. But other than that, I'm not really doing much with CRM. Again, a break of 250.44, I'll probably buy some calls. They don't trade well with calls, though. Just be careful. Thoughts on AMD calls. AMD has been, in comparison to NVIDIA, a loser in a sense. But I love the stock. I own it. A break of 83.21, I'd probably target 84, which is that 200-day moving average, 83.90. But right now, it's just really just sideways action. If you're just a shareholder, you've been extremely patient, not much going on. You can kind of see a slight head and shoulders here. But for the most part, can't really do much here. Hi, Carlos Hobel as well. Thank you for making work consistency. Oh, thank you so much. I would add Alvin on NVIDIA after the split, not before. No. I think that we're going to get this continuing melt up on NVIDIA ahead of the split. We saw the same thing with Tesla, same thing with Apple. And after the split, they sell it. So again, let's just wait for after the split and see if we can get a nice little discount off this move. Okay, so with that being said, I'm going to get started on the YouTube live trading session that I do on YouTube. It's for members only of the YouTube subscription. So again, if you're interested, just go to G.A.R Capital, click once. You go to trading services, you go to YouTube subscription. Our Masterclass competition, to sign up for the competition, again, you have to be a new Masterclass member in order to win $10,000 to trade our money, which we just give to you and you trade it yourself. Today is the last day to sign up for Masterclass. After that, there is not going to be any promotion for that. That'll be over. So if you're interested in the Masterclass, but if you're interested in YouTube subscription, just click join now. As you can see, this is one of the videos. I do trade live with our members. The only reason I charge for the YouTube subscription is to keep the people kind of focused, because if I would do it for free, I wouldn't mind. The problem is that too many people, I can't answer everyone's questions. So again, I keep it charged so the people that really want to learn, this is a good way to learn, because I do it once a week. You ask me questions, a lot of fundamental questions, a lot of economic questions, and I answer them live. And of course, it's recorded for them to watch anytime at their discretion. And if you're interested again on Masterclass, just go to Education, go to Masterclass, click that, and here you are. Has everything right there in front of you. All you need to do is click that link. All right, we're going to go ahead and leave it there. Have a great rest of your day, guys. I believe one more question here. Looking for a dividend, my portfolio, any thoughts? I'm thinking AbbVie. AbbVie's fine. There's some great names out there, but AbbVie's a great one to own as well. What levels would you add to Penn? So last question here. On Penn Gaming, oh wow, I don't even have an alert. So for Penn Gaming, I would put right here 73.29, which is that wick low, and I'll probably add there. So again, I have cash ready to go to buy some of these beaten down names. Again, I sold some JPM. Some of my winners, my big ones here, I'm looking at my equities here, P&L, let me go and click that here. Some of my big winners, Roku, Louis Vuitton, NVIDIA, Apple, United Health, Tesla. Some of the names that I'll be looking at to probably buy some more. I definitely want to buy some more Roblox. I'm officially a shareholder. I definitely want to buy some more DraftKings. Want to buy some more Neo. Alibaba would love to buy. I definitely want to buy some more Airbnb. Probably buy some more Nike. But again, I need to find the good levels. So again, right now, what I'm trying to do is really kind of start taking a look at some of the industries that have made a lot of money. Again, Boeing is one of them, where I told Investment Club that if you want to go ahead and take some profits, I'm up nearly 49%, 50% on the stock. I have 25 shares, not tons, but again, it's good to take some profits here and there, especially since we bought last year. So it kind of gets you out of the short-term capital gains bracket. If you hold a stock more than 1 year, you pay less taxes. So again, you always want to keep that in the back of your head. If anything, speak to a tax professional on that. But again, for the most part, what I'm looking at here is kind of positioning myself for this tech run that I'm expecting Q3, Q4. So again, I've been telling that to Investment Club. Let's see what we get. At the end of the day, price action rules all, and we'll go from there. One more question here from Bruno. It's SOFI. I've heard a lot of great things about SOFI. I don't own it. But again, SOFI Technologies, I believe they're a lender as well, and they do bank accounts and what have you. Looking at it daily, not much going on. Maybe if we can go break down below 12 from that big boost from January, that'd be nice. Again, I have no qualms owning the stock at a discount. So again, I would take it at $12.03. That'd be a gift. Will that happen? Probably doubtful. But again, I want to get a good deal on it. That's just me personally. That's how I like to do it. So Microsoft yesterday, we had 40% on our calls, literally at the last second. Some of our members closed. I did not close. I will close this morning once we get 40. But I also have a couple of trades open. I have a runner on Apple from last week, which I'm up nearly 230%. It's just one contract, so nothing to go crazy about. But other than that, let's see what we get. Again, guys, just stay vigilant, see what's out there. Very simple. Chart yourself, chart everything, manage your risk, look at volume, and you'll be okay. Have a great rest of your day, guys. We'll catch you guys later for the afternoon recap. I know you guys really enjoy it because I do love to explain about all the stuff that I'm watching and what we're looking at. So we'll see where we go from there. Have a great rest of your day, guys. Seeing the dollar tank a little bit here. That's really good for the tech names. But even after this PPI number in retail sales, you can see the Dow is green and the S&P is green, and so is the Russell. So let's see what we get. Have a great rest of your day, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.